welcome to the Drew Coaching Podcast, Season 1, Episode 4. We are a community of leaders and creatives who are shaping the future. My name is Eric Drew, and I'm so grateful that you have joined us. Here on the podcast, we have a new focus for growth in leadership and creativity each week. My commitment to you is a weekly 5-minute boost for your leadership and creativity. We'll follow up with a one-page focus of the week from drewcoaching.online. That's a free download guide with additional information and some of the application questions. I hope you'll also follow along on social media for community, encouragement, and questions so we stay focused and grow together all week. Our coaching focus for this week is bias for action. If you want to shape the future, if you want to get results, if you want to make a difference and make things better, you must have a bias for action. People who sit around complaining or thinking about it all day are not going to change the world. So as we practice our bias for action this week, here are a few key thoughts to take with you. First, perfect plans, they need to be adapted to. One reason that I can get stuck, or I put off project implementation, or I just justify a lack of action, is because I'm trying to create the perfect plan. But here's a secret that you already know. If the presentation looks just right, if every step is in the correct order, if your waterfall project management timeline and resource allocation is exactly how you want, you're still going to need to evaluate, learn, adapt, and pivot as you go. Yes, make a plan, involve others, get feedback, chart the path before you start, but get started. Don't spend too long before you start. Perfect plans need to be adapted too. Your lack of optimism hurts. This might be a phrase you need to say to yourself or maybe someone else this week. Last week, we talked about naming the reality, and we certainly need to acknowledge and name our challenges. But if you can't see possibilities, go back and listen to episode 1. Or if you feel hopeless that things are going to get better, this is going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you want things to get worse, just assume that they will. Your lack of optimism hurts. Act to make things better. By the way, trying new things is the only way forward. Basically, every industry agrees that the COVID pandemic accelerated 10-year projections and trends so that they happen in 3 to 4 years. It's like after the year 2022, we arrived at 2028 or 2029. Universities, nonprofits, hospitals, technology companies, so many more have experienced a huge leap forward in the challenges as well as the opportunities before them. What that means for all of us caught in this year is that every day we cling to what used to be is a day that we're further behind everyone else. Now, it also means that we're experiencing significant disorientation. We're frustrated and feeling confused, and things aren't working the way that they used to. What that means is we need to engage and plot a new path forward. We have to try new things. Now, I know that having a bias for action might rub some people the wrong way. Please hear me say, I'm not against planning or taking in the situation and certainly being intentional about what we're doing. But leaders and creatives have to have a bias for action. When you don't, we get stuck. We get stuck in the past, we get stuck in our own thoughts, we get stuck in the problems. As we try new things and as we bring people along on the journey, that's when we learn more and we begin to see the changes we're hoping for. And friends, you don't have to do this alone. Practice and share with others. We have a free one-page focus of the week over at drewcoaching.online that you can download, and that's designed to help. And all week, you'll find encouragement and questions to grow your practice on social media. Also on a personal note, I'd really appreciate it if you would like and share this podcast. That helps us grow the community of people that we're growing and journeying with as we learn together. Hey, you've got this. You're a leader, you're a creative, and the world needs your voice. So this week, practice your bias for action. Raise up others, bring hope to life. We're in this together.